Productions. Prophetess Productions. Prophetess Productions. Prophetess Productions.
All right. What's going on with all the boxing OGs? Everywhere where you're from, do your great stuff, yeah? Smash the like and you know what to do. Now, give me a minute. I need to set up a link for the OG, the man like Rick Glazier. We're going to chop it out with Rick Glazier for a bit and just, go down what's going on at the moment. So give me a minute so we can get Rick Glazier over here for everybody over here in the chat. Smash the like and I'll be back just in a couple of minutes.
What up?
How are you?
I'm great.
Can we meet you?
My name is Tunde Tupac, aka the Rap Killer,
Tunde Tupac.
the Rap Flexer, kill them all.
Your
Rappers.
name.
Your name is
Tunde
Tunde.
Tupac.
Tunde Tupac.
You can write the Rap Killer there.
But Tunde is your
It's
name.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Tunde, with your dressing, I know the kind of song that you're about to present.
Yes.
So you want to tell us about it?
Just rap game. I kill the rap game because the haters want us down, but they're not gonna get us.
You don't
Calm
need to
down.
tell us about the haters now.
Rappers, right? You're a
Yes.
rapper.
I'm a rapper.
Good. Let's hear you.
Check it. Ha ha. Check it. Ha ha ha. Check it. Check it. Check it. I rule everywhere. I rule. They want to take me down, but they cannot take me down. Yeah. I rule New York. I rule Lagos to Atlanta. We go to Chicago. Check me out. Check my game. My game is tight. All the haters, I shoot them in their brain. Boom, boom, boom. I've been around with my guys, 50 Cent, Tupac, Biggie, Snoop Dogg. We're all in this game together because I kill them all. I kill Tupac and I kill Biggie. I kill them all because they can't contain my rap game.
Hey!
It's off the hook because I'll kill you all now.
No, calm down. You killed?
You killed who?
It's just a lyric. Don't fear.
Lyric.
Yeah.
Your lyric
Hey.
will put you in trouble. You have to be very careful. You don't just go about saying things that you don't know.
It's a rap game. That's how it is.
Oh, okay.
How old are you?
I've been in this game for more than 20 years.
How old are
What's
you?
it?
I'm 15 years old.
What?
Just forget my age. Just focus on how long I've been in the game.
And you know Tupac. You know Snoop Dogg. You know
By the
50
grace of
Cent.
God, we met in the States.
Oh.
Which state?
Akwa Ibom.
This guy.
You're just a joker. You know what? Just go. We'll get back to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we should be having your mate Rick Glazier here in a minute. So we're going to chop it up with Rick. Smash the like. Let me see who's in the chat. Yes, Joe. What's going on, Joe, my mate? Yes, me old China. Jesus M. What's going on? Roland Curtis. What's happening, bruv? Yes, bruv. Yes, Roland. Yes, AV. What's going on, bro? Yes, mate. Let me just see what's going on in the people. Yeah, so we got Rick Glazier coming over here. I've got some questions for Rick Glazier, especially with after what I've heard with Dana White. Did you guys hear what Dana White is doing? He's making his own belt with his own organization. And he ain't got nothing to do with any other sanctioning body. So Dana White is introducing a whole new outlook for the sport of boxing. If you don't know, you better get to know that is what is going on. Dana White, the UFC president, has announced that he's going to do another belt, like Zolfa belt. I don't know exactly what he's doing. I only watched a couple of minutes. And he's going to do the ring belt. And he ain't doing nothing with any other sanctioning body. So he's building his own champions, is what I'm hearing. So yeah, Dana White and Turkey Al-Sheikh are doing their own thing. I'm hearing about it. Give me a second. Let me get Rick Glazier over here. Give me 1 second. Where is he at? Rick should be coming any sec. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, as you've heard the news lately, I heard Dana White said that he's adding to the Ali Act. So what does he mean by he's adding to the Ali Act? Right? Dana White has said that he's doing his own belt, the Zolfa belt, and then the ring belt. So I'm not sure what Dana White really means, but I'm sure our friend Rick Glazier will clarify for us, and he's here right now. How you doing, Rick? And how's the wife? How's everything going?
Everything's good. And sorry, I'm a little late. I was just finishing up a business deal.
Well,
Sorry
I
about
wanted
that.
to be on time for you because I know you're mainly always on time. So, you know, we don't try to
Well,
hold you
no,
back.
I appreciate that, but a guy called me when trying to finish up a business deal. That's all.
Okay,
What's
that's
happening?
great. Rick, we're actually in the conversation where the chat is talking to us about Dana White's way that he's doing the way he's operating in boxing. Can you please clarify for me? Because I'm a bit late with what they're doing.
He's going to use the ring belt and a new belt that Zuffa is going to make. I don't know what he's going to call the belt, but in the meantime, is that he's not going to use the WBO, the WBA, the IBF, and the WBC.
Now, can you please tell me what Zuffa is? Because I'm not educated with that.
Well, Zuffa is going to be the boxing arm of UFC of their company. It's going to be owned by the UFC with Dana White, Nick Khan, and Turkey Al-Sheikh.
Okay, so does this mean that what they're doing, does this add to the Ali Act? Are they taking away the Ali Act, or is that something you can let me know
on? They're trying to dominate. They're trying to get rid of the four organizations and dominate the sport on their own. Is what they're trying to do without the four organizations. Turkey controls the Ring Magazine belt. They want to have their own belt, and that's what they're doing.
Would that take a long time, Rick, for them to be
I
trying to take over.
I don't know if they plan on signing current world champions when their contracts expire. I don't know what they're planning. I haven't that I'm not privy to yet.
Now, in you've been in the business for years. What do you think they're aiming for, and what are they trying to do? And I mean, where do you
Well,
see them going?
I think they're going to try to dominate boxing at least in the U.S. Um, I don't know. Right now they're going to do 12 shows a year, one a month for right now. I don't know how they can dominate it because of they got Mr. Honda in Japan, you got Eddie Hearn, and you got Frank Warren, you got you got Golden Boy, you have Top Rank. There's a lot of moving parts here, a lot of entities. Maybe they're going to start buying people out. Maybe they don't feel they have to. I don't know.
So it's a
I
matter of how much money they put in and how they
Right.
try to get other world champions once they're out their contracts for them to represent those belts for them
Yep.
to start, you know.
Yep. Or they could make their own world champions and say, which I think they're going to plan on doing and go the cheap. That's going to be the cheaper way to do it. I think that's what they're going to do.
Do you trust it, Rick?
I trust it because of the fact that there's big money behind it, and the fact that Dana White and Nick Khan, they're all, they all bring something big to the table. What's his name? Nick Khan brings TV expertise and creativity. Dana brings creativity, and Turkey Al Sheikh brings the money, and Nick Khan brought the TV. He's on the board of directors of TKO, which owns UFC and all this other stuff, and so I do trust it. Yes.
I
Yep.
mean, I understand you trust it, but we as kids and every boxer were recognized the WBC, the WBO, the
Well,
WBA.
I think that's going to take a long time to those. In other words, the Ring magazine and everything. The Zuffa belt, whatever they call it, whatever they're going to do, I think it's going to take a while. I don't think it's going to happen. Be an overnight. Oh, boom! And the other organizations are still going to thrive. There's enough other promoters in the world doing big events that they're going to thrive, continue to thrive.
Of course, and I'm sure when Dana White has said today that he's not going to recognize none of the sanctioning bodies, does that mean obviously that if any fighters fighting for that sanctioning body or holding a belt, they obviously won't be fighting for TKO and their belts? So it's a,
That's what it sounds like. So listen, they're going to be hard pressed to do that, but I think they're capable of doing it. But it's not going to happen overnight where they're going to have champions, because it's just not going to happen overnight.
well, a friend of yours, he's totally against it, and Oscar De La Hoya has been very vocal, saying that this is against the grain of what the sport is anyway.
Well,
So
I agree. I agree with all that. I'm just explaining to you what they're going to do. Not saying that I agree with it. I trust the people involved in the sense that the money is there, the creativity is there, and the marketing is there. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not saying I agree with it. I believe in the organizations, and I'll always believe in the organizations. Here's why: I've had fighters fight for 15,000, fight for 50,000. Then they get a world title fight. They're making 150. The next thing you know, they're making 500,000 because they won the title. How could you not believe in that?
I understand that, but I also have to look at how the manipulation. This could be manipulating the
Well,
sport.
let's put it this way to you. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. But with the four other belts involved, there'll be plenty of other boxing.
I understand. Yeah, okay. So you're saying that this could be good or bad, but at the end of the day, it'll take them a long time to be able to compete with the guys which are already with the working with the sanctioning bodies and
Well,
their fighters.
they've got to develop their own talent from within organically. If they do, it's going to take a real long time.
But can you
So,
imagine, Rick? We've just seen Canelo lose all his belts.
right.
We also know that Canelo still has a few fights with Turkey Al Sheikh.
Right.
Imagine if they used Canelo as the poster boy to fight for those.
Well, I don't think it's going to come down to that because I don't think that the public will stand for that. They're
Okay.
calling Canelo world champion after he just got his ass beat down by Crawford. I don't think anybody will stand for that.
I understand that. Now, do you think Canelo Alvarez, Rick, will rematch Crawford?
Well, he just in the process of going through elbow surgery.
Yeah,
So
I just heard that today.
yeah, I don't know. You know, if it happens, maybe September of a year from now. I don't think it's going to happen before that. I think Crawford may fight one time before that.
Okay, somebody in the chat asked a question. They said, "Can you ask Rick, please, how much do you think Lubin is getting to fight Virgil?"
I know, but I can't talk about it.
Oh, you can't disclose that, obviously.
No, it's
Okay.
no, can't do that.
I want you to then. There's somebody else asked, "What do you think of the arrest Terence Crawford had? Well, not arrested, but
No,
had a
all
gun pulled
bullshit.
out on him."
All bullshit. They knew who he was. It was ridiculous. The jerk off shit. I mean, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
You don't agree with that, huh? At
No,
all?
no. It was they gave him an appearance ticket. Everybody was licensed to carry a gun. There was a gun in the car. Okay, there was a gun in the car. Everybody was licensed to carry a gun that was in the car. Well, there was nobody broke any laws. They said he was reckless driving. They were just cruising along. There was nothing reckless.
Yeah. Okay.
Ridiculous. So that's why the mayor and the police chief were up in arms. They have an internal investigation going on.
Yeah, you think it was something just to like prank him, or not even that, but just to get at
No,
him?
I wouldn't
Why?
call it prank, but it's to make the cop look like a big shot or make Terrence look bad. I don't know which one it was, but maybe it was a combination of both. I don't know. But all I know is that the guy and that everybody told me that nothing was going on that was wrong.
Okay.
And what happened? They just gave him a regular moving violation. They get a ticket, reckless driving, not even reckless endangerment. Okay, reckless driving. That's fucking. I mean, that's bullshit. That's a traffic ticket. That's a $50 fine.
Right. Now, can you tell me anything? I don't know. I've heard some leaks or something to the Paramount deal. What's the Paramount deal?
That's the outlet for the Zuffa Boxing's events. The 1 month event is going to be on Paramount, and I broke the story on Friday, and they come out and Ring Magazine come out with it today like it was breaking news. I already put it out on Friday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, go to my tweet.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And what? I mean, what is the deal? Is it for how many years?
No, nobody really knows, but it's probably going to be a 3-year deal, I would assume.
Okay. And Paramount's a big channel in the United States, yeah?
It's a streaming service. It's owned by CBS.
Okay. Now, Rick, can you please tell us, because you know the American market more than anyone else, what is the current affairs of the market in United States in boxing right now?
Well, it isn't good. Top Rank can't even get a TV deal.
Right.
They got offered a lame one, and I guess they couldn't come together on terms.
So they're still lurking.
Yes.
So where would you say that the boxing is in the United States today compared to what you've seen in the last 3 decades or over? Is it 4 decades? How many
Not
decades
good.
you been in it?
I've been in this since 1991. So, yep.
Okay, so I mean, where do you think the business is today in the United States?
Well, I'm not going by my business. My business is very good, but the business of boxing in the United States is not good as a whole. It's not seen on net. There's no network showing boxing right now on TV. It's on the Zone here, and
Yeah.
it's going to be on Paramount Plus, and it's not. It's on Pro Box TV. It's not on regular TV.
Okay, so it's kind of like a bit dull at the moment in the States, huh? Until things start going and investors are bringing things.
I don't know if dull is the right word, but it's sort of stagnant.
All right, it's a bit stagnant out there. So until Top Rank really find a home, and is PBC still with Amazon, still trying to find events here and there?
Yeah, they'll do five events this year, probably not many.
I know we got a Keith Thurman versus Sebastian Fundora, right?
Right.
Okay, and I mean that's still an event what PBC's putting up together. So that's a PBC event. That's going to be on
Yep.
Amazon Prime,
Yep.
and is that going to be on pay-per-view?
Yes.
So how is they competing when Turkey Al Sheikh's giving and DAZN's giving all these events, and then you know how are they competing?
At $79.95. I don't know. That's the
How
question.
much?
$79.95.
That's about 65 quid.
I don't know about that, about the comparison, but all I know is it's way too much money.
Right. So they're still trying to charge on Amazon Prime. So PBC is still going with that same model. Kind of feels like it's run out of its course, but hey,
Yep.
that's all they got to play with, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And who do you think wins that fight, Rick?
I think what's his name? Fondor destroys Thurman.
Oh, really? Like that?
Yep.
Okay. Fundora has been getting better the last few fights, to be fair.
He
has been looking way better. All right, Rick.
Yeah.
Also, I want to know what's your status of Tyson Fury fighting Usyk again. Are you up for that?
You know, they were close fights. They were very close. I mean, you know, they could have won either way. He just didn't get the nod either time, but they could have won either way. They were close.
Okay. And currently, right now, is Terence Crawford the face of boxing? Do you think, or is the face of boxing?
I would say in a way it's still Canelo, but I would say that he's definitely way more recognizable, marketable now than he was then. Just by people talking to me that are general sporting fans, not even boxing fans, what they're saying to me. You know, so it's 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 his popularity is definitely moving forward. There's no question about
Now
that.
you got questions coming in. You got the chief here. The chief says, "I thought Oscar still owns the ring right now. He doesn't, does he?
No.
He has sold the whole rights and the whole company to Turkey Al Sheikh.
Yes, he did.
Exactly. So I don't know what that's about. And this Hawker Mustang says, come on, Hawker Mustang, is Al Heyman a crook? I mean, Rick, you got to answer that. He's asking, is Al Heyman a crook?
He's a crook, but I will say he's a bad guy.
All right, Hawker Mustang says, Rick, isn't Jake Paul the face of boxing in his own right at the moment?
It's not boxing fans that are attracted to him. They're attracted to him. He's a social influencer, and they follow him because of that. He's not the face of boxing because of that. No.
Okay. Now, if Terence Crawford, everybody wants him to fight somebody. Now, they think Bomac said that we still might be looking to stay for a couple more fights, and we're going to see and explore our options. So now, people are saying, well, why can't that fight be David Benavidez? But isn't it? Or would you rather him fight?
David Benavidez already said, I can't make below 75. I can barely make 75. I may go to cruiserweight. Come on, guys.
Yeah, so that fight's out the question. Would you want to see him fight Jerome Boots Ennis, Rick?
Boots Ennis is too small now. One's just getting to 154. Terrence may go down to 160. Terrence will beat the shit out of him. I don't know what the fascination for that fight is.
Okay.
People must
Some
have
people
a death
really
wish.
like Boots. They really think that Boots is the up and coming next Crawford. That's how some of them.
Well, he may be up and coming, but I've never seen him have sex before, so I couldn't tell you.
All right. The chief wants to know, Rap Star, what Rick think about well, he's already said it, isn't it? What do you think about a Canelo and Crawford rematch?
I already said it. In
And who
September of
wins it?
2000. Oh, well, come on,
I
Crawford,
know. Do you
easy.
think Crawford wins it more easier, or it's still a similar
Yes,
fight?
yes, because he's more athletic and he can make the adjustments easier than Canelo can.
Okay, that's fine. Now, Rick, I know we got asked for the British fans. What do you think of Anthony Joshua staying so dormant? And what would you want to see him in a comeback fight, or where do you see that man now?
I'd like to see him in a safe fight. If David Allen beats what's his name there, the Uzbek,
Yeah, I forgot the guy's name, but he's a
yeah,
big guy.
yeah, Uzbek, whatever his name is,
Yeah,
Makhmudov. If he beats him, I would like to see David Allen get the shot.
really,
Yeah, it's a fun
like an
fight.
old Rocky shot, like just for
Yeah,
like one of them.
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, Rick, what do you think about Ryan Garcia? Is he still a serious contender in your eyes, or is he just a fighter that you can't rely on anything now?
I listen. I bet the occasional fight, and I would never bet on Ryan Garcia again.
All right, so he's unreliable.
Yeah,
Okay. Your thoughts on Devin Haney's match coming up against a guy that hasn't fought anybody yet in Brian Norman Jr. What do you think? Is that a fight which
I
is
think Brian Norman Jr. is a lot better fighter than you're giving him credit for.
so we
There's
don't
my answer.
so he's better than what even that he's like even he ain't fought the guys.
Right, correct.
So you're going with Brian Norman for that fight.
I like Brian Norman. Yeah, I think it's the wrong style for Brian Norman because the other
Yes.
guy will move around a lot. But
Mm.
I think once Brian Norman, you know, he catches up with him, hits him on the chin a couple times, you're going to see a lot of wacky shit coming from Devin Haney.
Okay, so you still think Devin's shot a little bit.
Yeah, he's mentally shot for sure. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So you're going with Brian Norman then, yeah?
Yep.
How'd you see David Benavidez versus Anthony Yard?
Come on. You have to even ask that question.
I mean, look, but Rick, they want to know. I mean, we already got answers for
Anthony
everyone. They want to know from you.
David Benavidez kicks the shit out of Anthony Yard.
Look, I already got David on the stoppage in the after 7th round. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
Anthony Yard, he kind of gasses out, and he's only good for the first 4 or 5 rounds, I feel,
Yeah.
because of his strength and his well-being. Apart from that, he does kind of run out of ideas in the later part of the fight, you know? Now, with Shakur Stevenson, Rick, you very highly rate him in the boxing game. And, I mean, what do you think about him versus Teofimo Lopez?
I think he beats Teofimo Lopez, outboxes him. I think he frustrates him, and I think he outboxes him. I think his ring IQ is way too high, and I think he's too nimble on his feet.
Yeah, you need to have a glass of water. You all right?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Now, you know, some people are not, they want to know what should be Norway Inouye's future. I feel that Norway Inoue has out been welcomed at that 122 division. Is it time you think he needs to move up and fight a Nick Bull or somebody around the 126 division?
You don't like Nick Paul?
I mean, I would like to see Nick Bull versus Norway Inoue.
Yeah. So what do you have, a death wish for your boy?
I mean, he's tough.
As
I've
much
seen
as
Norway Inoue get dropped in his last couple of
hard
fights.
as fast as a new he is, as hard as he punches, against a guy gets hit with everything. Oh boy. Oh
Yeah, but
boy.
isn't that a fight that Norway Inoue, where would you want him to go? What would you
Yeah.
want to see next?
I mean, if he's going to clean out that 26-pound division, then he's got to fight the guy. You're right. But then there's no question if like what will happen if Ball's still at 26 and still the champ. Yeah.
Now, Rick, in
Yeah.
your views, after we watched the Netflix documentary of Barry Hearn, yeah, who do you think is the biggest promoter worldwide, not worldwide as in like doing it all over the world, but the biggest as in assets in what they own in a company. Who is the biggest?
Turkey El Sheikh.
Yeah, but out the promoters,
He's a promoter.
he
He's
don't.
putting up. He's putting up the money. He's the promoter.
But then he's like a Al Heyman, isn't he? Putting up the
No,
money.
no, because he's a public figure. Al Heyman hides.
Now, away from Turkey El Sheikh, who's the biggest?
Dana White.
Bigger than Matchroom.
No, you're talking about the public figure. You're not talking about the size of the company, are you?
I'm talking about the size of the company from Top Rank.
Oh. I would say, I would probably say Mr. Honda in Japan. Tekken Promotions is probably the biggest.
Oh, there's some massive promotional company out there, yeah?
Yeah. You never heard of them?
I mean, they do this Norway and always fights, right?
Yeah, they got like 14 world champions.
I know they're holding the Japanese game, and Top Rank is co-promoting with them, aren't they?
Right.
Yeah. So my thing is this: after watching that Netflix documentary, Barry Hearn and his company Matchroom, they reckon is worth over $1 billion.
Right, but you remember they're in darts, they're in snooker, they're in all these other things too. You're talking about boxing. You said boxing.
Yeah,
I'm
so
going by
maybe
boxing. Yeah,
boxing itself.
you're confusing issues, my friend.
No, I mean I'm just trying to see what's the biggest company.
The
out
biggest
of all of
company
them.
I would say is Mr. Honda in Japan, Tekken Promotions.
Oh, I'll do some research on that, bro. I will definitely do some research. Now, who's building stars? Who do you think's building stars today? Not just taking stars, building them.
I would say Mr. Honda and Frank Warren.
You know, Frank invests a lot in building fighters. You're right. And
Yeah, he's got Moses Atuma. He's got Shiraz, the super middleweight Shiraz, the guy that knocked out Belanga. He's got hit those two guys. Those guys are huge up and coming names.
is Al Heyman probably the lowest in the game, or is he still in the middle?
No, who's he signed in recent years? He hasn't signed anybody.
I mean, but at one time he was a heavy player. Now
that was
Top Rank, Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya.
That was then. This is now.
So out of all these guys I've named you, where would you put him?
I would rank Mr. Honda 1. I would rank Matchroom 2, and I'd rank De La Hoya 3. Now let's see what
about
Dana
Frank
White
Warren?
does.
He's got a lot going on.
Yeah, Frank. Yeah, I'm sorry. I said Frank Warren earlier and Mr. Honda. Yeah, Frank Warren. Yeah, before Eddie Hearn, over Eddie Hearn for sure.
So Han, Frank Warren. Listen, everybody. Han is the biggest players in Japan. All right.
Mr. Honda. Let me tell you how big Mr. Honda is. Okay. Mr. Honda's done shows over there that draw 55,000 people on multiple occasions between two guys that weigh less than I do combined. How's that?
Yeah, but I've got to go do the research of how much are they bringing every year. You must know the numbers. That's why you're saying
I know
the biggest.
I know the numbers, and I'm telling you, Mr. Honda's the biggest.
Wow, that's the biggest player in Japan. Yeah,
the biggest player. Yeah, he's
in the world.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Now, Rick, who do you think out of all the sanctioning bodies today are the most not relevant, but keeping boxing fragmented?
I don't understand what the question is.
So, in other words, what sanctioning body today do you think is doing the most for fighters if you know the business?
The WBO.
Can you tell us why?
Well, they got a financial program they started. They got gyms that they've financed in a lot of poor areas in Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, in South America, Central America, where they've opened up, donated money to open up gyms or keep them going, or improving them. Financial programs for fighters, educating fighters on how to spend their money. how to save their money. I'm sorry, how to save their money, and just in general, they're just doing a lot back for the fighters.
Okay. All right. And what sanctioning body do you think's the most corrupt today?
I don't want to mention. I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
It's I'm in the business, and then I'm going to get a black eye from somebody. I don't need it. I don't need that.
Yeah, I mean, have you been getting?
I'll just say.
Can I
I'll
ask you
just
the
say.
truth, Rick? You've
I'll
slowed
just
down a
say.
little bit. Sorry, I was
I'll
going to
just
say
say
on
it's
your
the best.
Twitter. What did you? Okay, let me let you speak. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the best organization to deal with is the WBO. That I'll say.
Okay, on the Twitter, I'm not saying you're not very active, but at one time you were breaking a lot of feelings. Did you get letters? Oh, you don't have to disclose this, but
No,
have you
I
got
did.
people who try to sue you?
No, not at all. Zero.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. These days, it's a sensitive world we're living in. And a lot of people,
No,
they
it's not
always,
sensitive at all. I just don't want to pinpoint one
no,
organization over another one. So I just don't want to do that.
no, I get you. And I appreciate that. Look, and do you think the pay-per-view game is low all over the world now? Or is it just selective?
I think pay-per-view's in trouble.
It's in trouble?
Yes.
It's not the way anymore forward, huh?
No. It's not the path. It's not the path to success. No. You can do the occasional show on pay-per-view, but it's not the way to success.
So success today, it seems like, is it full subscription based? More like how many people
Subscription
you can
based.
bring to the table like that?
Subscription based, correct. Yep.
Do you think Netflix is here to stay now for a bit?
It looks that way. Looks
Okay.
that way.
So it's more because of who's got the fan base already subscribed and they want to bring more people to the table on their platforms.
Yes.
And do you think boxers today, I remember you were saying they were outpricing themselves more in the Al Heyman time when he was a bit more stronger in the game. Is it same still today in your eyes?
The bigger events are bringing in more money for the fighters than they had, as big as they ever have. But the smaller fights are bringing in less.
Okay. And I hear you. I mean, and what do you think about the big rematch in England with Conor Benn versus Chris Eubanks? I mean, do you think it'd be big as?
I think it just depends on Chris. Can Chris Eubanks Jr. make the weight and be strong? That's the whole if about it. If he is, he wins again. If he doesn't, he loses. It's that simple.
I've always wanted to know from you as well, Rick. What do you think about these current times in the last 5 to 7 years with the YouTube being so hands-on in boxing? Do you think this time what we do today only helps the sport? And or what do you think of this YouTube bringing? What do you think YouTube brings to the sport?
It absolutely helps the sport because people can research the fighters and watch them and stuff like that. In other words, they could say, "Oh, this guy's fight, I never heard of him. Let me go to YouTube and see him watch. Oh, he's exciting. Let me go watch the show." Now, if the guy's boring, they think he's boring, they may not go watch the show. So, yes, it helps the more exciting fighters. And it helps the promoters with more exciting to have the more exciting fighters. There's no question about that.
So, the other thing is, right, Rick, at one time, YouTube was not getting respect in the boxing world in the beginning because a lot of the boxing critics were more
Well,
like, well, these.
nothing gets respect early on in anything. It's just the way it goes. I mean, that's just like in football over here, the NFL football, that's why they're called rookie quarterbacks. They don't get the respect yet. They
Yeah,
got to
now
sit on the bench for a
hearing
year.
from you though, Rick, I am seeing a lot of people not confused, but they're open to. Is Japan that big in boxing now that they're the
Yes.
biggest global players today? What are we talking about?
For little guys, they are. Remember, their world champions are 105 to 120 26. So yes, the answer is yes. They are the biggest payers in those weight classes, those smaller weight classes. Absolutely. Remember, they're not in the heavyweight and cruiserweight business and light heavyweight. Nothing like that at all. They're all little guys.
Yeah. And people want to know your views of what do you think of the influencers fighting all the boxers like with the Tank and Jake and all that kind of fights.
I don't like exhibition boxing. I don't like influencer boxing. I don't like any of that weird shit. I like traditional old school boxing like Crawford and Canelo, for instance, or Tiafimo and Shakur. Those are real fights. That's what I want. I don't want shit and gimmicks and bullshit.
Okay, so don't you think that helps the mainstream visibility though?
No, does not. Does not. There's never been any barometer of carryover from freak events. No.
Okay. They always say, "Oh, this helps boxing," though. It
No.
helps
Bullshit.
boxing. That's how
Bullshit.
they use it, Rick, every day. Oh, but
Bullshit.
this helps the sport.
Bullshit. There's never been any carryover that's been percentage wise to be conceived as being ample to do it. No. Answer is no.
Hey, Rick, you're traditional. Somebody says Rick's a traditional old school purist.
Yeah, I am. I'm an OG. Everybody calls me an OG. I'm an old
And
OG.
you even gone on record, yeah? And a lot of people agree with you. And some people try to act like they're extra hardcore. But you've gone on record saying you don't even give a fuck about women's boxing.
I don't give a fuck about women's boxing. I'll repeat it again. I don't give a fuck about women's boxing.
You know what, Rick? People say that, but women's boxing, you can't say that it's a sport. Why are you so against women's boxing?
Because I don't agree with it. That's why.
You know what it is with you? I don't think you're being not, I don't think you recognize, you don't think their talent is up to that level.
It's nothing to do with talent.
What is it then?
Just don't believe in it. I just don't believe women should be hitting other women in the face.
Okay. I mean, I know some people like that. And I don't like some of the women boxing myself. I personally don't go out my way to speak about it. I don't sit there to look at the division. So I agree with you.
I don't believe that guys should be stay-at-home husbands and the wife goes out and works. I'm old school.
Yeah. I mean, I like the old school vibes as well because that's what built a tradition and a family and people years ago. And it's like what was normal and common, they try to make it not common anymore, Rick. You know what I mean?
Correct.
And you're not falling for none of that.
I ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe. No.
Well, will you fall for this? There's been many companies coming around worldwide with this AI and data analytics, and they can change, fighting training programs and how to train fighters. Do you think a fighter should stick with the old school tradition and how they train, or do you think there's elevation for how to not take shortcuts? But I know a training team now, Rick. They don't do road running; they do sprints and short running, but impact running. Because what they do is they're using AI and analytics. What do you think about that?
I'm not at that end of the business. I'm more in the white collar section of boxing. So, and I don't tell trainers how to train fighters. So I really don't know the answer. But if these fighters are fighting, they're doing well and winning big fights, then it must be working. We'll see.
Okay, but there's a lot of changes going on. You think open scoring should be a change?
No,
Like that?
they should not. I don't like open scoring. No.
Why?
Because I think it's bad. I think a guy is going to go for the home run in the later rounds and swing and a miss, and it takes away from the drama of the whole thing too.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to ask you this then. If that's the case, right? If you were at the top of the table and you were a commissioner, what 3 changes would you make in boxing if you
Oh,
could?
instant replay would be a must for anything that happens in the ring.
You would want instant replay.
Yes. All the other sports have it, uses it. There's no reason why boxing shouldn't. Okay.
I like that. You know that. I think instant replay would come in use for many things.
Right. I also think that if the referee makes a mistake, I think they should go to the instant replay also, and I think that the commissioner should be able to overrule the director, the executive director of the commission ringside should be able to overrule a referee if the referee makes a mistake on the on the replay. And the third thing I would change,
Mm.
as far as the competition part, I would allow the fighter to have his own doctor in the corner. Each fighter have their own doctor in the corner. Not only have the commission doctors, but their own doctor. So he can communicate with the commission doctor because they speak the same language.
So every doctor the fighters have today, it has to go through a commission doctor, correct?
Well, there's both commission doctors in each corner, and it should by each corner, and it shouldn't be. It should that's fine, but they should each fighter should be able to have their own doctor too. Yep.
Okay.
I think it'll prevent less long-term injuries. I think that head injuries. I think that guys would have longer careers. I think a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I like those. I think if there's, now you are one of the guys that vote for Hall of Fame
Hall of
fighters,
Fame.
correct?
Yep, an elector. I'll call it an elector. Yes, I'm an elector.
I've got a few fighters for you to let me know. Would you put them in the Hall of Fame? All right.
Fire away. Fire away.
Okay. 2-time world champion, Demetrius Andrade, Boo Boo.
No, absolutely. You know better than that. No.
I don't know. I spoke to him the other day. I'm only asking you.
Absolutely not.
No. Oh, no. Rick, guess who came on the channel and asked me to speak to you?
Oh,
everybody was this week.
No.
No. You're going. He's an old school fighter. He let me tell you his name, man. What is happening to me? He came over here and he wants to be in the Hall of Fame. And he said to me, just ask Rick about me. Okay?
Who is it?
And I'm gonna ask you about him. Give me 1 second. Let me just see the message he gave me for you. Give me one, if you don't mind. All right. He came over here.
I don't mind.
Montel Griffin. Montel Griffin. So Montel Griffin came here, Rick.
Griffin.
Let me finish though, Rick. He knows you well, and he asked everyone, and he told me to give you his regards. Yeah, he was with Roy Jones Jr. a couple of weeks ago. Okay, and he said to me, he just feels, regardless of everyone, he fought his life and beat a pound for pound fighter in James Toney. He beat him. Okay, twice. And he said, look, even though with Roy Jones, I came prepared. On paper, I won the fight. So he goes, if you want to take that, that's fair.
He's borderline.
Now listen, Rick, would you put him? Because he's going to be coming here next week. Would you put him in the Hall of Fame?
I just said he's borderline. It depends who else is up that year.
So it has to depend who's up there
up that year. But he's borderline. It depends on who's up that year. Yes.
So I can tell him that he's borderline, depends on who's up that year.
No, don't tell him he's borderline. It just depends on who he's up that year. Tell him. That's all. Simple.
Okay. Yeah. I wouldn't want to say that.
I like Montel. Montel's a good guy.
I'll tell you the truth, though, Rick.
Yeah.
People looked at his record. They didn't know him much. When they looked at his record, just because he's got the wins, on paper, Rick, he's got the two best wins in the world. Roy Jones and James Toney. Am I right? I can't hear you, Rick. We've lost you. Rick, we've lost you, mate. Your mic is done. I don't know what happened to your mic. Yeah? I can't hear you, Rick. Anyway, Yeah, Rick. So anyway,
No.
I'll look if he comes back. I'm just gonna say, what do you want me to say again?
Just say Rick said depends on else who's on the ballot that year.
All right, I'll say that to him. Yeah, so he just came across my mind. Yeah, would you put Keith Thurman in the Hall of Fame?
Absolutely not.
Oh shit, you're a hard guy to please. Errol Spence Jr.
Borderline.
Borderline.
He'll get in, but maybe not with my vote.
Okay. What about we got Sean Porter.
Borderline.
All right. Danny Garcia.
Absolutely not.
Amir Khan.
No.
Kell Brook.
No.
Oh, fuck. These guys are two-weight world champions, Rick.
That doesn't make him a Hall of Famer.
So what do you look for? Could you give us a quick education on your mind of a Hall of Famer?
Accomplishment, big wins, and how long they were at top of the game. The big wins and how long you're on top of the game, and if they're borderline, what have they done in the sport after they finished fight, wrapped up their boxing career? Have they given back to the community? Like Montel's in the gym, he's a trainer, so I would give him. He trains fighters, so I would give him an edge for that.
Amir Khan's got his own promotion now in Africa, and he's an ambassador for WBC in Saudi Arabia.
I know. I'm considering that.
Okay. So there's a few things that go into to make a person a Hall of Famer. Not only the belts.
Yeah,
Ask
me more. Ask me some more.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking. Tyson Fury.
Absolutely, no brainer. Of course, he's a Hall of Famer.
All right. Anthony Joshua.
Absolutely.
All right. Deontay Wilder.
He'll get in, but not with my vote.
You're not going to vote for him.
No, he's a fraud. No,
He's a fraud. Oh, for
Yeah.
fuck's sake. You know, we got a lot of Deontay Wilder fans still in the world, and they're still coming, man. They're going to be upset with you, Rick.
well, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Would you put Derek Chisora?
No,
No, right?
no,
Povetkin?
no.
Wow. I mean, I'm just thinking about fighters who've achieved something, you know what I mean, Rick?
Yeah.
To put them to the table. I mean, we got to put people which have some credibility in the game. Would you put Carl Froch? He's already in, didn't he?
Yes, I voted for him already.
You voted for Carl Froch, yeah?
He's in. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, that's good. Would you put give me a second, Rick.
I
need to
voted for Joe Calzaghe. I voted for Lennox Lewis. Want me to continue?
No, do you know they put Joe Calzaghe as the best fighter from England now?
Britain. Yeah, I would think that would be good. Yes, I agree with that.
And Lennox Lewis #2.
Yep. Well, Lennox Lewis is, but come on, the guy was raised in Canada and fought for the Canadian Olympic team. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I mean, Canelo Alvarez, we don't need to ask. He's a walking first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yes,
Right?
Terrence Crawford's walking ballot Hall, first time
So who's
Hall
the
of
first
Famer.
ballot for you right now?
Oh, would be Canelo, would be Terrence Crawford and Anui. Bam Rodriguez will be. You know,
Right.
Oscar Collazo will probably be. You know,
Right.
probably.
Anyone else? You've forgotten somebody.
Nah, probably did. Who did I forget?
One of the best ever right now.
Who's that?
Alexander Usyk.
Yeah, definitely. Oh no, yeah, no brainer.
I mean,
Yep.
he's got to be a first. Okay, Lomachenko.
Yeah.
Vasily Lomachenko, man. One of the
He'll get in. Yeah.
Oh, you're not. I mean, he's not a first ballot though, yeah.
Yeah, he could be. Depends on who's up. Who else is on there that year? You don't know. So, but I'd say yes.
You go. Would you give Gamboa Hall of Fame?
No.
You wouldn't put Gamboa, right?
No.
You'd put Estrada.
Who?
Estrada.
Who's that?
Estrada, who Bam
the
Rodriguez
the
fought.
Mexican.
Yeah,
Yeah.
three-weight
No,
world champion.
I don't know. Chocolito, yes.
All right, okay, but you gotta check out Estrada, Rick. He beat everybody apart from
Yeah,
Bam.
I know who he is. Yeah, he'll probably get him.
All right, the man himself, the one of the guys who comes through here, Nanito Donaire.
Yeah, he'll get in.
I still can't. I still haven't forgotten when you and Nanito had a chat over here, and
No, it
you know,
wasn't him. It was her.
no, you didn't have a problem with him, but he still came to speak to you about her, about his wife, and I'm kind of glad that you guys sorted that out between you and Nanito.
Nothing to sort out. I was right.
Okay, now what about Mikey Garcia?
He'll get in.
He got again. Adrian Broner.
Absolutely not.
What? 4-weight world champion.
Come on. Let's
He's a
talk there.
4-weight world champion, though. I just want to let you know.
Yeah.
You do know that, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Just you'll see. You'll see. He won't get in, but keep going.
Wow. There's been a lot of debates that Adrian Broner will get in. You don't think he'll make it?
No. No.
Holy crap. He did a lot of work for nothing, didn't he, that guy? All right.
And he's broke.
He's broke at the moment. He couldn't pay a $2,000 bill. It was all over the TV and everywhere.
Yep. I'm glad he didn't call me.
Yo, so Rick, you never vote for women.
No, I don't vote on women. I only vote. The only categories I vote on is modern boxing, is non-participants, and let's see, not modern boxing, non-participant, and observers. I bet on I only those two. I don't bet on old timers, pioneers, and women. I don't vote on. I vote on 3 categories. I don't vote on 6.
Oh, you don't? So you can pick and choose what you want to vote on.
Yeah, no, I pulled myself out. I don't want to vote on it because I don't have any expertise in those areas.
Okay, so you don't go into those areas. That's not your.
No.
That's
No.
not your forte.
No.
All right, I'm going to give you a few more boxers. Maybe you can tell me if they. Gerald McKellen.
No.
Oh, okay. It's just a name that came up that I think did a lot.
No,
back in
he's
the
never
day.
he's never even been on the ballot. No. Guy hasn't fought in 30 years. And no. Answer's no.
What about Chris Eubank Sr.?
He's been on the ballot. He's borderline.
Yeah, maybe they might give it to him one day.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, okay, I'm just names that just are coming to my head
Yeah.
that I haven't seen in the in the Hall of Fame. Is there any fighters that you can tell us that should be coming up in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know. Normal suspects, I guess. There's one guy I think should be on. 3 guys should be on the ballot. Whether they get voted in or not is a different issue. They should at least be on the ballot. Jerry Cooney, George Chaballo, and Carlos Sugar De Leon.
Okay, and what about Kelly Pavlik?
It's interesting you said that because somebody brought that name up to me the other day, and I would vote for Kelly Pavlik.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's only just because I recognize he did have some good fights in his time. He beat Jermaine Ortiz, didn't he?
No, Jermaine Taylor.
Jermaine Taylor. Is he in the Hall of Fame, Rick?
No, nor will he be.
Why? Was he not undisputed?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, you're putting too much emphasis on titles. I'm telling you, it's winning big fights and how famous you were and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, there's a lot goes into it. We don't. There must be a whole criteria that goes into it
No, it's a
And
personal criteria. Everybody has a different look at it. I think that George Chavallo, Jerry Cooney, and Carlos Sugar De Leon should be at least on the ballot. Whether they get another guy should be on the ballot, I'm not saying he should get in. Is Paul Spadafora? He was 9-0-1 in world title fights, and he was 49-1-1 when his career ended.
okay, yeah. I mean, you were in the business with him. He's got his own channel now.
Does he?
Yeah, he does some little training on there. He trains kids and that.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, he's
Give him
gone
back.
back to training people now.
He's been training people for a couple years now. Yep.
Okay, yeah, just seen he's putting up some clips. Look, Rick, it's always a pleasure. It's been an intelligent conversation with you. You know, at least we always here to educate so many people that come in, and they'll be coming in later. So yeah, it was nice catching up with you, Rick. But there is more fighters I'm going to get
Anybody
together.
else you want to ask me about should be in the Hall of Fame?
I mean, I don't know. David Tua.
No,
Oh man, David Tua did I thought Michael Mora then.
he's in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, did he make it?
Yeah, I voted for him. Absolutely,
Ricky Hatton.
absolutely.
We need to get him in there now he's
Yeah,
gone.
he'll get in there.
That would be, it's a shame he never saw it while he was alive, huh?
Yep, but he'll
Hey,
get
there's a
in.
fighter I want to ask you. A man like Nigel Benn.
Borderline.
He did beat up Iran Barkley, in America.
Come on, he was so shot, couldn't walk, talk, and chew gum at the same
But he
time
beat
anymore.
the number 2 pound for pound at that time, Gerald McKellen.
Yeah, he did. I agree.
All right. And what about then that guy, the one he beat, Iran Barkley then?
What's that?
Iran Barkley then? What about him?
No,
He beat Hearns.
no, he's believe me, he ain't getting in. He's had his. Believe me, people have talked about it for years, and most people don't believe he should be on the ballot. I'm shocked.
Oh, is it? Can I be honest? If
Yeah.
writers don't like a certain fighter and they come against the establishment,
No,
does that hold
they
them
like
back?
no, because they always liked Iran. Iran was always popular with the writers. He always used to take the writers' time, and no, I don't agree.
What about the
No.
man that beat Don Curry? Remember the man from England?
Lord Hunnigan?
Yeah, Lloyd
Yeah.
Hannigan.
One shot wonder. No.
Oh, right. He
No,
was a one-shot wonder,
Buster
yeah?
Douglas is the biggest one-shot wonder in history. He knocked out Mike Tyson. He's not in the Hall of Fame. Never been on the ballot.
I think they should put him for being the biggest upset in the world, bro. I think that he might have to be on there one day, now that you said that. Medrick Taylor.
Yeah. I don't know if he's in or not. I don't remember.
If he's not, he should probably try and get in one day, hopefully. What about Buddy McGirt?
He's in.
Oh, is he in now?
Yeah.
What about Zab Judah?
Zab, I would vote for Zab.
He did a lot, Zab did in his early
Yeah,
times.
I would vote for Zab.
Did you follow that? What's his name? Joel Casameo. I'm sure you did.
Yeah, he shouldn't be. No,
You wouldn't put him in, no?
No. He made stinky fights. Forget him.
All right. What about Tony Bellew?
Yeah, I would say he's borderline. I would vote for Tony.
Tony beat David Hay. Beat a lot of names.
No. He's good. He's good. I would vote for him.
Okay, so I'll let Tony know you would vote for Tony Bellew. Let's go. All right. Leo Santa Cruz.
No.
Oh, shit.
Was never that active. Only fought once in a blue moon. No.
What?
Yeah.
All right. Look, you the writer. We're just listening to what you got to say.
I'm not a writer. I'm an elector.
You're part of that voting
Right.
for the Hall of Fame.
I wouldn't vote for him. He didn't fight often enough for me.
What about Andre Durrell?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, I'm just trying to find the champions that I remember. Do you remember Abner Mares?
No, he should not be. No.
What about Antonio Margarito?
No.
Paulie Malignaggi.
borderline, but I would vote for Paulie because what he's done in boxing after he stopped fighting with the announcing and the public, all the public stuff. Yeah, I would vote for Paulie.
Okay, this is a question. Good question, then, Rick. If a
Yeah,
man got caught cheating or the hand wrap scandal with Antonio Margarito, does
right.
that prevent them to sometimes that can hold them back to be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes, I'm not, it doesn't legally. In other words, it's not automatic. But I wouldn't
Mm.
vote for him just because of that.
See, I'm trying to work. I'm not trying to think. I'm just trying to get in your mind what matters. What does that put a
But you
red
got a lot.
flag
If
and
you're
stuff
trying
like
to get
that?
in my mind, you got a lot of problems.
Well, I'm getting there. Look, I can see, yeah, that you got red flags when somebody cheats.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, it wasn't proven. It was a scandal. Timothy Bradley.
He's already in.
Oh,
Absolutely. I
did he
voted
make it?
for him. Oh yeah.
All right. Marcos Madonna.
No.
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you a fighter that I really liked. Gave everybody a good fight. Mikhail Kessler.
I think he's in. Yeah, I think he's in.
Did he make it?
I think he did.
Okay.
I can't remember. I voted for him, so I don't remember if he's in or not. But
The man himself, Triple G.
no brainer. Of course, he's going to get in.
So Triple G makes it, yeah?
Absolutely.
Rick, I think the whole of my brain encyclopedia is out now. I don't have any other fighters for you. But I think I gave you enough.
Yeah, you did.
But
Listen,
but Rick,
you.
like I
Yep.
said, yeah, we're gonna catch you up soon again. And
Yep.
it's been a pleasure. And let me get some hot topics, see what's going on in the sport, and then we get you back and maybe you can cook it up with us. But I hope you enjoyed it, Rick. And I hope I've been, keeping your brain active, keeping you young.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right,
Appreciate it.
buddy.
Bye
All
bye
right,
now.
mate. Thanks, mate. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I'd, have a bit of fun back and forth. You know, Rick got a lot of questions. How many questions can you give the man? You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough now. But yeah, bro, he's got his own views. I think a lot of fighters that he said no to, I'm sure other people in the Hall of Fame would vote for them. You know what I mean? Rick just votes for certain fighters that he likes, but I'm sure other voters have different criteria that they like other fighters, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's happening? Let me see who's in the chat. Triple G guaranteed to go in. Tell him, Boozy Traveler. I like that one boxing history channel, bro. Hey, look, Chef, sometimes you know what? Just go, talk about stuff that other people can come through. And, maybe we need to go into other topics to keep things a bit, interesting sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Can't talk about the same fucking shit. We got to talk about other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Rick was wanting to stay on the show. Yeah, bruv, but how many questions you want me asking, Boozy? You know what I mean? Maybe I should have sent the link and let some of you guys ask him some questions. Decades from now, we be the old heads. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Hey, later, Rick. Tua should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I've even told him David Tua. He said no. He said no to David Tua, bro. He said no. You know what I mean? He said no to fucking David Tua, bro. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Yeah, bro. He said no to David Tua. I couldn't believe it. I mean, David Tua is still a good fighter, but obviously there's other criterias. Like, I thought Amir Khan, two-time world champion, Olympic gold medalist. And even then, the man said no. Fucking hell, bro. That's crazy. But anyway, do you hear what he said about Dana White? Yeah, let's talk about this Dana White. Dana White and Turkey Al-Sheikh are trying to take over the sport. You heard it, right? And Dana White don't want to recognize no WBC, no WBA, no WBO, no IBO, no IBF. They want to do their own Zoof belt. Where the fuck did he get that belt from? Zoof belt. Come on, bruv. Where did he get the Zoof belt from? Dana White and Turkey Al Sheikh are trying to manipulate the sport, are they? Is Dana White and Turkey Al Sheikh trying to manipulate the sport or what? What is going on, bruv? He don't want to recognize nobody else in the sport. He wants to do his own fucking thing like UFC. Wow. Dana White coming with this new thing, bro. Let's have a listen for a minute, yeah? Let me see what Dana White's doing before I start to make any comments.
He's ambitious, and I think he could do it maybe, but it's going to take a long time. And within 5 years, you had done a lot of already of what you said. So let me ask you this with boxing. What are we looking at, do you think, in terms of the timetable? How long is it going to take for you to get labor costs under control, something for which you're criticized, but all major sports leagues do that so that they can put, bring pressure to bear to make the best events? How long before you, like, the full realization of this vision? What are we waiting? 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, 2 years. You'll start to notice a big difference in 2 years. And one of the things, without sounding arrogant, if you look back throughout the last 25 years of me being in the UFC, everything that I said I would do, I have done. I don't just talk and say a bunch of, I don't babble and shoot my mouth off. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And I said I was waiting for the right time to get into boxing. Here we are now. And now over the next 2 years, I will put my head down and I will grind and start to implement, my vision on what we're going to do with our version of the sport of boxing.
Dana, some of my I got into chess. I'm into any kind of fighting. Like boxing, UFC. You show me a lion against a tiger. You show me a chess game. I'm into it. So I know so are you. And in chess, the difference. My favorite books are the ones that teach it, where you see a master versus a beginner, a master versus intermediate, master versus expert. Master expert is kind of hard to tell the difference at first. And the real difference is not tactical skill. They're similar that way. But the master has a strategy. He has a long-term plan. And when I look at what you have done versus what most boxing promoters have done, most boxing promoters, when they get the big TV rights package deal, they pocket a lot of the money and don't reinvest as much into the product. And they think that's the payday. And what it seems to me with you is you've had a million big paydays, but it never and to me and to other people, it feels like, well, there's Dana's big payday. But you wind up putting it right back into the sport, and then an even bigger one comes along, and you just signed a rights package for $7.7 billion for the UFC. We're talking about NFL, NBA, MLB type numbers, starting to get into that territory, rights deals that boxing has never had. Do you think it's possible to build a boxing business to that kind of scale?
That's the plan, and you're absolutely right. It's one of my when I think about the boxing guys, all the boxing guys, all these guys that talk smack and all the dumb stuff that's said, these guys have been in the business for 100 years and none of them have done anything. I've never seen a business where there's been trillions of dollars in revenue, and at the end of the day, there's nothing there because none of them reinvested in the sport of boxing. Every time they put on an event, it's a going out of business sale. We have reinvested hundreds of millions of dollars into the sport of MMA and into the UFC. And yes, we will do the same with boxing.
I mean, that's music to my ears. And the fact that had you told me that 20 years ago at Il Molino, I would think, yeah, but what has this guy done that he thinks he can do that in boxing? But now the track record says, yes, he can do it. You have institutional knowledge of how to do it. And then partnered with Turkey Al Sheikh and Nick Khan, by the way, what I think unites all three of you is you love boxing. Like all three of you guys love boxing. And is that what brought you guys together? Like I think of boxing for so long, the power brokers a lot of times didn't even like the sport. Is that the unifying thing here?
Yeah, and everybody hated each other in boxing too. Yeah, it's almost like this was meant to happen. I've been talking about it, saying, I'm kicking the tires, I'm looking at it. Timing is everything. And then the way that this whole thing came together, it literally reminds me of every other thing that's happened to me in my life. It's like this was the time and the place and the right people to make this happen.
So Dana, one of the things that's interesting about boxing is because it did a good number for a relatively small investment compared to other sports. I mean, I think that's combat sports in general. Whenever there's been an expansion of broadcast technology, it fills the void. So when that was radio and TV, great, because boxing was available to the masses. When it became cable, premium pay cable, direct to consumer, it got siloed and fewer people could see it. What about this Paramount deal, other than the financial terms, was appealing to you as someone with an eye to grow the sport?
Great point. And you're dead on. And what I love about this deal is, first of all, the new owners are very well funded, incredibly smart businessmen, and very aggressive, which is right up my alley. And, after talking to them and hearing their future plans and what they want to do, in the media space, they were the perfect partners for me.
I think about what you guys did with this last Canelo Crawford fight, which kind of I'm hoping as you are that this kind of kickstarts a new golden era of boxing, right? A boxing that we haven't experienced in our lifetimes yet. And what occurs to me is things like moving a college football game to week 0 of that doesn't happen in boxing. That's like heavyweight type stuff, so to speak. Even looking at your merchandising. When I saw Canelo's merchandise stand, it looked like a typical boxing show. Like someone's uncle put it together or something. And when I saw what you guys did, TKO with Fanatics and everything, it looked like the kind of experience that fans have grown accustomed to expecting at NFL games, at MLB games. It seemed big time. How difficult was it to get that game moved and to do all those things? Because to me, it speaks to the level of sophistication that we're talking about in this new operation. But was that as difficult as it looked from the outside?
Well, thank you, first of all. And number two, yeah, all of that stuff is difficult. That's why most of these guys they don't think at this level. They have zero vision when it comes to the sport and what they want to do with it. We're the complete opposite. I don't think of anything except over the top, huge, and most of it is my big focus is on building a fan base that completely trusts a brand like the UFC. Like when you stay home on a Saturday night, you know what you're going to get. If you buy tickets and come to the UFC live, you know you're going to get a great experience live or on TV, or if you go to a bar. And that's what I want to bring back to boxing. So many times, me, you, the people watching this right now, you've stayed home on a Saturday night, you're excited for this fight, and then you turn the TV off at the end of the night, and you're like, they got me again. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Or even worse, you flew there and you watched the fight live, and it was a complete shit show of a live event and a bad experience that left a bad taste in your mouth. That is the number one thing that is the most important to me, is starting to regain the trust of the boxing fans.
We're going to get a BMF belt. Dana, I love what you just said. This is why people still remember Hagler Hearns. It's not just that it was a great fight. It's that with the stakes high, everyone put down their money and everything. They didn't feel each other out.
Enough. Max, I can see a lot of people in the chat. They don't even like your voice anymore, Max. You sound like you're glazing, bro, for Dana White too much now. You know what I mean? You're gazing him too much. They're trying to take the Muhammad Ali act away. And on top of it, you talking about Hagler and fucking Hearns. You're always talking about the past. Come on, bruv. Do people think that Max is doing too much? Is Mac doing too much glazing, bro? Let me know in the chat. Or you guys all right with it? Is Max doing too much? Now he become a proper company man. It's like they cloned him and they made him into a robot. Come on, bruv. Isn't he doing too much? Okay, let me ask you guys this. Who wants to hear the Max Kellerman interviews? It's like a robot. Yeah, I love what you're doing. I love it. This is the BMF belt. Yeah, I love the UFC, what he's doing. You know what I mean? I love what they're doing now. You guys are going to bring it to the sport. Max, use your head, you cunt. At least ask some questions so that people can understand that you're at least giving them from the fans' perspective. It's like the fans don't fucking matter. Come on, Maxie boy. Maxie's taking a piss, bruv. Maxie's not giving everybody a little bit of a level-headed interview. You understand? Maxie's number one glazer in the game. He glazing anybody and everybody. Yeah? Max names is Max Glazer. Not Max Kellerman, bro. Max Glazer, bro. This geezer's out here and he's saying everything that you're doing is amazing. I love what you guys are doing. Dana White, you the best. Yeah. You're taking the Ali Act away. Let's go. Let's go. Bring the BMF belt. Bro, they paid him money to just fucking be the nice guy. You know what I mean? Max has been lost. Max lost it years ago. Max Glazerman. I like that. Max Glazerman is his name, bruv. Max Glazerman. That's exactly his name, pound for pound. That's exactly what his name should be. Max Glazerman. Not Max Kellerman. Max Glazerman. That's exactly what he is. Hey, look, man, he got to keep his job. Now, what do you guys think about the new belt? The new belt that Dana White's going to bring to the table and build his own tournament where fighters should recognize his belt. You guys think that's healthy? That's good? Or you think that's going to be conflict of interest? Who thinks that's good? The new belt, good or bad? Let me know in the chat, bro. Is that good or bad? Let me know in the chat. Do you guys like this new business model? Is it good in your eyes, or is it bad? You've been in the game for years. I don't want Dana in the sport at all. Why aren't they using the ring? So they're using the Zoof belt, yeah? And then they're using the ring belt as the other back end belt. You know what I mean? That's the ring belt as well. They're going to be doing that. If Dana White is involved, it's probably bad. Shout out to Al Heyman blueprint that Turkey has adopted. Hey, yo, punches antagonizing certain fans, bro. Some fans are not rocking with that. Yeah, even Rick Glazier said this a whole different business model. And he said Al Heyman is now in the bottom of the pole. But that's what he said, bro. I want to see boxing ran as a sport. It's not going to be recognized anyway. I like how it's now is. Hey, look, man, Dana White is bringing a whole new energy. But let me tell you a story about Dana White. Dana White one day put it on himself, and it goes back years. And you can go find it. I'll find it if I just go research. But Dana White, yeah, you know what he did? When he was having problems with Bob Arum, Oscar De La Hoya, and all them guys back in the day, he said, I'm going to come into the sport of boxing. And he said, the day I come into the sport of boxing, yeah, one day I'm going to come to that sport. And I'm going to do things different. And I'm going to make sure I make a lot of people angry. Who remembers when Dana White said that back in the day, that he don't like the way these promoters are fighting each other, don't like them? and he said he don't like him, that when he comes in the sport, that he gonna make a lot of fucking people upset. So Dana White has put it on himself to change the sport of boxing, to bring some new platform, new belts, and don't recognize the old traditional rule. You understand? So let me just say this, bruh. I've hurt my leg though. You guys have got to bear with me, yeah? I hurt my leg, man. Fucking hell. I went and played some fucking paddle tennis, like a pickleball. Yeah, bro. I went and played, man. I hurt my leg though. So you just got to bear with me. Give me a minute. Let me get a drink. You silly cunt. Some bird, some girl was playing, man. I fucking fell over, you cunt. That's not like I can't play. I beat the fuck out of most of them. You silly cunts. Paddle tennis ain't nothing. You know what I mean? I play real tennis. I was just playing some girls, mate. Yeah, mate. And there was other people there as well, you know what I mean? Give me a minute. Play squash, you cunt. Yeah? Play squash. That'll make you run, you silly cunt. Play some squash and you know about it. So let me ask you guys now. Are you guys happy with the new energy with Dana White, Turkey Al Sheikh bringing more to the sport? Yeah? Dana White, Turkey Al Sheikh bringing something else to the sport. Are you guys happy for change? Are you guys excited for change? Or you guys are skeptical? Huh? At the end of the day, there's always change, yeah? People don't like change sometimes, but you got to give it some time. Yeah, man. Some people don't like change. Some people, they reckon there's always they think negative, right? Sometimes you just got to give it some time, bruv. You understand? Sometimes you just got to give it time and see what they're trying to do. Now they're trying to bring their own game to the table. They're not coming with the same tradition and following the same, even the same rules with the sanctioning bodies. They're not even recognizing any sanctioning body. So any fighter that fights for Dana White is fighting for a whole new belt. So how's that going to work? So the guys who are going to fight for him, they're going to have a whole different belt to everybody that's recognized in the game. You know what I mean? To everybody else that's recognized in the game. Now look, at the end of the day, like the UFC made another belt, like the bad motherfucker belt, the BMF belt, right? So what he's doing is making his own Basically, he's making his own sanctioning body, isn't he? Dana White is making his own belt, which he has got, and his own fucking sanctioning body for it, isn't he? Yo, Dana White's coming to erupt the sport. Dana White's coming to erupt the sport. And I know mans like Oscar De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn, I guarantee you, they not liking what they see. They're not liking what they see. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's a bit of conflict of interest. You know what I mean? More politics in the sport. Yeah? Because now Dana White don't want to recognize nobody. Absolutely nobody. He wants to be independent, controlling the sport of boxing. Totally. You understand? He don't want no sanctioning body. He bringing his own shit to the table. He said, fuck the WBC, fuck the WBA, fuck the WBO, and fuck the IBF. We don't need anyone. We're going to do things our way. Wow. Dana White's coming to change the game. And he's got a lot of power, bro. He's already a major figure. Yeah? He got some big backing, and he's got Turkey Al Sheikh. Dana White is coming with a vengeance, he said. He said, in the next 2 years, I'm coming to take something in the sport. And you already know that Dana White don't like Oscar De La Hoya. Dana White hates Oscar De La Hoya. So he definitely wants to take competition. He definitely wants to erupt against Oscar and all these guys, bro. I'm telling you. Dana White already said years ago he's going to show Oscar De La Hoya one day. But Oscar better get his moves ready. Oscar better make sure his fighters have got a strong contract. Because as soon as they run out their contracts, bro, Dana White looking to take fighters. You know what I mean? So I can see there could be a bit of back and forth. You know what I mean? We know that fighters that leave contract getting more money, they might go explore what's going on with Dana White. You understand? Let me tell you now, bro. I see Oscar De La Hoya said the other day, bro, these guys are fucking manipulating. Oscar De La Hoya already said, how the fuck can anyone want to work with somebody who's trying to take the Muhammad Ali act out? You understand? These guys are now playing a whole new thing. And let me tell you with Dana White, bro, he's already got UFC. That's already his baby. He's coming to make noise. And he's coming with Turkey as well. And he's coming with unlimited money. Let's see what happens. Let's see what fucking happens, bro. Yeah? Let's see what Dana White really does. There's a lot of talk right now, but I do believe he's looking to put something at the table. And he said it. He told Max Kellerman today. He said, today, I'm letting you know that the next 2 years, I'm going all in. You understand? I'm going all in. Yeah? So, like I said, bro, guys like Oscar De La Hoya, top rank, they're going to have to see what's going on, bro. Because Dana White's coming in America, and already the market in America is already fucked. So Dana's coming to take what's his. That's what he said, bro. Now, guys like Frank Warren, they don't care. They got tons of business. They got tons of business in England. You know what I mean? Frank Warren's doing big shows. Eddie Hearn, he's already a billionaire. After you watch the documentary, Eddie Hearn Matchroom is too big. Yeah? They got business going on. But I'm sure the American market that Eddie is still a little bit part of. We'll have to see what happens. Now, Turkey Al Sheikh, he's playing different games with different people. Turkey Al Sheikh has got a relationship with all of them. And he's now planting his eggs. Turkey Al Sheikh is planting his eggs. You understand? You know, have you heard of that term? That I want to get I want the whole cake. You can't buy the cake and eat it, the whole cake. Turkey Al Sheikh wants to eat the whole cake. Slowly but surely, he's trying to fucking plant fucking seeds. This geezer, Turkey Al Sheikh, is playing a fucking game, bro. He going into different adventures now. Yeah, Turkey's got too much power, bro. Now they bring him to the table. Turkey's doing it what he wants to do. Turkey ain't playing no games, bro. Turkey Al Sheikh ain't playing no games, bro. He's coming with some fucking fierce, like he's got some serious vision. He wants to be a part of everything, bro. You understand? He wants to be a part of everything, bro. But we'll have to see how these guys are going to transcend into the future of the sport. I think it'll take a lot of time, though, bro. Logically, if you really look at reality, yeah, logically, it'll take a lot more time, bro. You know what I mean? Logically, you can see it's got to take a lot of time until TKO and Dana White, Turkey Al Sheikh can own a big chunk. It's got to take time, bro. Ain't saying that's going to happen overnight. It's going to... Dana White said, I'm getting ready to fucking graft. I'm getting ready to hustle. Dana White said, I'm getting ready to work. You understand? Yeah? Dana White said, I'm getting ready now. So, get ready to see some change. Even that President Trump is even beyond Dana White. One of the most powerful men in the world. Mr. Trump is behind Dana White, bro. Dana White's got too much power. So Dana White can really do some shit, bro. Well, like I said, man, we're going to have to see what fighters can Dana White sign. What fighters are going to go fight for his belt. You know what I mean? What fighters are willing to go and do something new? Money talks and bullshit walks. Remember that in your life. Money talks and bullshit walks.
This is the only sport where you can kill a man and get paid for it at the same time. It's legal. So why not use my right to do so? But some people will say that.
Is this fight really on that level? I mean,
This is the level of this fight. This is the funeral right here. It's just no casket yet. This fight right here, I will get a body on my record. I've been wanting one for a long time now anyway. And what better opponent to do it with? So much pain, so much frustration, so much things that have been going on in my career. I want a body, and he gonna be the body. Like I said, I meant everything, even with the killing part. I meant that. I do want a body on my record, but
Like, I don't want to kill
Pull
somebody
back
for
a
a few
little bit.
seconds.
I want a body on my record. I want one.
No, you don't.
I want one. I really do. Like,
You want to be Ivan Drago?
That's the
If he died, he died.
yeah. But that's the bronze bomber. Like, he want one.
A few.
Anyway, for everybody that's coming into the channel right now, we're talking about the current affairs right now. Rick Glazier was here. He just left. But we'll be talking about him with the new business model of Dana White, Turkey Allah Sheikh. We know that boxing has been a wild, wild west for years. You understand? And we got a lot of politics in the sport. Yeah? But now we're going to see another matchmaker in the game. Yeah? And he's got his own belts. Only one promoter, is it? Yeah? And the man now, like Dana White, he got a ruthless vision. That the way he did UFC, he said he's coming to do boxing. You understand? Now, Dana White is going hands on with Turkey Allah Sheikh with the TKO. Yeah? And he ain't playing, he said. He goes, now we're getting ready to sign fighters. And they're going to be having their own belt. Can Dana White with TKO and got all that money backing, can he actually take over boxing or some of boxing? You know what I mean? This was Dana White's ambition. He wanted to do this one day, didn't he? Dana White publicly trashed the boxing promoters many times and many years. He's trashed Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, and especially Oscar De La Hoya. You know that. He's been trashing people. Now, he years ago, he launched Zuffa Boxing, which he never did nothing with it. And now he's coming with a new way and a new wave with the TKO, and is now merging with the sport and trying to get global branding, marketing power. Yeah? They want to be on the biggest fucking platforms. If TKO is entering now, bro, it's not just about fights. He wants something out the sport. Dana White ain't just coming to play games, bro. He's coming to take a chunk. Yeah? These pay-per-views, all that stuff, I don't think that those are going to exist anymore. With Saudi Arabia backing Dana White, bro, this is a big thing now. You understand? And it can probably work, but it's going to take time, bro. Yeah? It's going to take time, bro. And it depends on the fighters they can sign. You know what I mean? What kind of fighters they can get, how many steady shows they can make. but it might not work. You know? How are you not dealing with the sanctioning bodies? How are you not dealing with the WBA, WBC, IBF, and the WBO? That's not going to go quietly, bruv. If you ain't going to deal with the biggest sanctioning bodies in the sport, that's going to cause a major drift. You know what I mean? Promoters like Top Rank, Matchroom, Frank Warren, Queensbury, Golden Boy, even PBC. Wow. Now, when boxers are going to be out their contract, yeah, they're going to slowly what? Observe what Dana White and Turkey Al Sheikh is doing over there. See if they're going to pay him more. Hey, what about the hardcore boxing fans? Yeah? How do the hardcore boxing fans feel that they're fighting for a whole new belt? How do the fucking hardcore boxing fans feel, bro, that they're fighting for a whole new belt? Think about it. They're fighting for a whole new belt, bro. Welcome to the Zafar champion. Wow. Boxing's future is different now, bro. Boxing's future looking different now, bro. But we'll see how it goes, you know what I mean? We'll see how it goes, bro. But like I said, I ain't got much more to talk about today. You know, we've already been cooking for nearly 2 hours. You know what I mean? I've already been cooking for 2 hours, bro. Smash the like. Smash the fucking like, bro. Yeah? Smash the like, people. Smash the like, everyone. Give me a second, bro. Fuck. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe we're going to shut this one down today. I mean, unless if anybody wants to cook, I don't see anybody wanting to cook, right? So let's catch you guys on the next live, yeah? But yeah, Dana White and Turkey Al Sheikh are coming strong with TKO. Let's have a look what that's going to do in the near future, yeah? So, yo, to everybody, big shout out to everyone. Adam, Curtis, King KO, everybody that came into the channel earlier, pound for pound. Yes, man. It's kind of slow anyway at the moment, but you know, Rapstar still bringing any kind of topic, trying to keep it moving. You know what I mean? Bacon and eggs. Yes, mate. Yes, mate. Smash the like though. And we'll catch you on the next one, people. Peace from the Middle East.